Welcome to my channel. Today we will discuss UNICEF. The full name of UNICEF, United Nations International Children's Emergency Fund. In 1950s, the UNICEF mandate was broadened to address the long-term needs of children and women in developing countries everywhere. Now we will define the meaning of UNICEF. The United Nations Children Fund, popularly known as UNICEF, is a United Nations agency that provides developmental and humanitarian aid to children worldwide. UNICEF engages in fighting for the rights of children all over the world. It also works to provide safe shelter, health care, nutrition, education, equality, and protection from disaster and conflicts. So specifically it is for protection of children. Other areas the UNICEF works are providing vaccines, safe water and sanitation, HIV prevention in mothers and babies, protecting children from violence and abuse, early childhood development, adolescent health, etc. It also works in regions embroiled in humanitarian crisis to give relief and rehabilitation. Today, UNICEF works in more than 190 nations in collaboration with other UN partners and is a part of the larger UN system. It is not a specialized agency of the UN. UNICEF also comes up with research reports on various aspects related to children all around the globe. It received the Nobel Prize for Peace in 1965. What is history of UNICEF? UNICEF started as the International Children's Emergency Fund in 1946. पहले नाम था इसका IECF, formed by the UN Relief Rehabilitation Administration in order to offer relief and health care for affected children and mothers in the aftermath of the Second World War. In the same year, the UN established the United Nations Children's Emergency Fund to manage its post-war relief work better, though it became a permanent part of the UN in 1953 and subsequently changed its name to United Nations Children Fund. It continues to use the acronyms UNICEF. So before UNICEF it was IECF in the Second World War, but after that to rehabilitate the children after the World War II, so motto and the area of UNICEF that has widened and the name that has become or changed or acronyms UNICEF. What are functions of UNICEF? How the UNICEF is functioning? UNICEF dedicated its report for children's welfare and improvement after 1950, particularly in developing and underdeveloped countries and in emergency situations. UNICEF is committed to ensuring special protection for the most disadvantaged children, victims of war, disasters, extreme poverty, all forms of violence and exploitation, especially those with disabilities. It expanded its scope to the struggle of women and mothers and launched its Women and Development Program in 1980s. So area was widened after 1950s and women and mothers, they were also included in it, and the program was launched was Women in Development program in 1980s. In 1982, it started a new children's health program directed toward monitoring growth, oral rehydration therapy, advocating breastfeeding and immunization. It mobilizes political will and material resources to help developing countries. UNICEF works with all its partners towards the attainment of the Sustainable Human Development Goals adopted by the world community. The realization of the vision of peace and social progress and enshrined in this. Now, what is scope of UNICEF's work? Child development and nutrition, child protection, education, child environment, polio eradication, reproductive and child health, children and AIDS, social policy, planning, monitoring and evaluation, advocacy and partnership, behavior change, communication, emergency, preparedness and response. So these are the wide scope of UNICEF's work. What are the core values of UNICEF? 5 are core values of UNICEF. One is care, care of children, mothers, women, disadvantaged groups, children with disability, respect, respect of each and every child. There is no caste, class, creed, no status, nothing else. Integrity means about to inculcate the human values, make them good citizens, faith, such kind of values are the core values of UNICEF. Trust, the people of the every nation, they trust on UNICEF. This is also built up in the core values of UNICEF. And accountability. Accountability means if you are working, so you must be accountable for that work. So this is also the one of core value of UNICEF. And if you are talking about specifically in that, because accountability is a one kind of assurance that an individual or organization is evaluated on its performance and behavior related to something for which it is responsible. So UNICEF is working on these directions. So contact me if you have any questions and queries. Thank you for listening. Please like and share this video and subscribe my channel. Thank you, Dr. Santosh Nanda.